everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today's reaction is going to be about Jimmy Kimmel getting unsuspended. However, not all the stations are considering allowing his show to be played on air. So this video is by ABC from the Today Show, and the link will be in the description. So if you're all about those raw, honest reactions, you found the right place. I'm Indigo Moon, and here we dive into everything from the latest reaction videos and social commentary to breaking news events and so much more. You never know what's coming up next. Just know it's going to be real, fun, and full of surprises. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel if you enjoy this type of content. All right, we'll go ahead and get started.
From Hollywood, it's Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Jimmy Kimmel set to return to ABC tonight. Overnight, Stephen Colbert celebrating.
Our long national late nightmare is over.
It comes nearly a week after Disney and ABC indefinitely suspended Jimmy Kimmel Live following pressure from the head of the FCC over comments Kimmel made about Charlie Kirk's alleged shooter.
The MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
In a statement, Disney saying they initially suspended production to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country, calling Kimmel's comments ill-timed and thus insensitive, saying they're bringing him back after spending the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy. Sinclair, one of the largest station groups in the country, saying it still won't run Kimmel's show on any of its ABC affiliates, writing, "Discussions with ABC are ongoing as we evaluate the show's potential return." Previously, Sinclair had demanded a direct apology from Kimmel to the Kirk family and a donation to the family and Kirk's organization. Following conservative outrage, Disney suspended Kimmel after an apparent threat from FCC Chairman Brendan Carr.
All right, I just want to say something here real quick. I think it's so manipulative to keep blaming the FCC and the president on everything that's happened here. In my belief, was there some influence between them? Sure, especially the FCC, because they're two broadcasting agencies that were upset by what he said that evening and no longer wanted to have that show broadcasting off of their airwaves. And they had every right to do that, and they had every right to contact the FCC about that because that's what they do. So to flip it around and make it like such a highly political thing is just so unfair, because the fact is those two stations were unhappy, and that's really what the story was about.
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
On Monday, Carr insisting government pressure played no role in Kimmel's suspension.
Jimmy Kimmel is in the situation that he's in because of his ratings, not because of anything that's happened at the federal government level.
Disney's new decision coming amid growing protests. More than 400 celebrities, including Tom Hanks, Jennifer Aniston, and Meryl Streep, condemning the decision to pull Kimmel off the air. And the stars of ABC's The View also speaking out.
Someone can say something they shouldn't and get taken off the air, but the government cannot apply pressure to force someone to be silenced.
Oh my God, and here it goes with Whoopi Goldberg. She is honestly just so insufferable. All of those bitches on The View are terrible, and I can't wait till they lose their show. Of course, she's gonna twist this around in some kind of way to blame the government, because this guy's show is failing. That's really what it came down to, and he saved what little bit is left of the notoriety on his show with this whole scandal. Honestly, would it be surprised if this was all some kind of Disney, ABC, Jimmy Kimmel stunt just to give his show some kind of attention again? Because now everybody's gonna, even people who never watched his show, because they're SJW, TTW types, they're going to watch the show just to support him, and they'll watch it for a bit, and it's gonna boost his ratings, but it's ultimately not gonna save his show. Late night TV is dying, and it's been dying. That's why Colbert lost his show, and that's why he's gonna lose his show. Now with all this drama, maybe bought him another 6 months to a year, but I just really don't see his show making it past another 2 years. People are not staying up watching late night comedians, and over half the country is sick of being gaslighted into believing that they're wrong for not going with the lunacy. People are being tired of just blatantly being lied to their face. That's the whole thing with Jimmy Kimmel, is that he blatantly lied and said that Tyler Robinson is a super right-leaning guy and his parents are super right-leaning Republicans, and that the Republicans are trying so hard, they're so desperate to make it a left issue, when everybody knows that this kid is nowhere close to right-leaning. He was all about his trans and gay rights. That's not a right-leaning person. So it's stuff like that that was really upsetting to the public, and they're just tired of seeing it. Of course, the SJWs and TTWs banded together to make a whole thing over this, and everybody canceled their Disney Plus, and of course, it also helps that there were a lot of people that were right-leaning, like Adam Carolla, for example, that did not support this. I can see why, after all that pressure, that Jimmy got his way and he got his show back, which I don't even think he really even lost the show. I think that this is just a stunt, and they're using the political atmosphere and Charlie Kirk's assassination as a way to hype up his show a little bit. I don't think they ever had any intention of keeping him off the air, so.
Now, Sinclair says they plan to air news programming instead of Kimmel, and it's still unclear if other local station groups like Nexstar will follow Sinclair's lead and also choose to preempt the show. We have reached out to Nexstar and Jimmy Kimmel, but we have not heard back. And the biggest unknown of all is, will Kimmel apologize? We'll find out tonight, guys.
Liz, thank you very much.
One thing we do know is there'll be a lot of folks watching tonight.
Yes, for sure.
And I think it's great that Sinclair is standing up for their right to not have to broadcast this kind of nonsense, and they can put something else on. And I hope Next Group or Nexstar, I'm not sure what the other affiliate is called, but I hope they do the same thing. And really, we need to take a lesson here from our SJW, TTW brothers and sisters. The money does talk. The fact that people had been outwardly boycotting Disney and Disney Plus does speak to them, especially since that's their audience. All their content is for them. So unless a bunch of conservatives are gonna all now subscribe to Disney Plus, they're gonna bend down to that audience, right? Even if that means that neglects 80%, 90% of the population, they'll do it for whatever reason. My hot take here, I don't think he should have been fired in the first place. He didn't say anything that was so outwardly offensive and crazy. To be fair, his peers are going around telling people to literally commit murder if people don't agree with their leftist nonsense, calling everybody a fascist, a Nazi, this, a that, right? So he didn't necessarily go that route. He had very bad timing to even make the joke, was highly, highly insensitive. And then to clip the president like that, it was like, because he was friends with Charlie, that was not the time to make a joke of, ha ha ha, look, he didn't even hear the question right, which is what really happened. They twisted it around as him trying to avoid answering that question. I don't even see the purpose of him doing that. He'd have no problem answering the question. They didn't ask him anything that crazy. They were just asking about Charlie's family and how they were doing. He misheard it. It happens. There's a bunch of background noise. Okay, the fact that the affiliates were the ones that had gone to ABC to say that they were offended, they know that their communities are offended, and they no longer stood for this, that's First Amendment rights. That's even within their right as business holders with ABC. But of course, that's not the side of the story ABC, CNN, MSNBC is going to tell you. They're going to say that the president and the FCC, the government, bullied him into silence. sports, which clearly they didn't, because now he's back on air, so he literally just took a long weekend. I guess I'm saying I have no problem either way, whether he has his show or he doesn't. What I don't like is this is now just giving the SJWs and TTWs of the world just a little bit of umph in, yeah, we're doing the right thing, we're gonna get all these corporations to listen to us, and we're gonna bully everybody into our ideologies and beliefs. That's giving them one little notch in that by allowing him back on the air. And honestly, I think from the beginning they should have never said that he was getting taken off the air indefinitely. If anything, what they should have said was that there was going to be a temporary suspension while they discussed it, which is what really happened and what was always happening. But they wanted to turn it into some big political thing, and that's what everything has become now. Sports has now become political, entertainment is now political, everything is now political. The reason why people are just so upset and so fed up is the majority of Americans who voted for the president, who are conservative, Republican-leaning folks, are tired of constantly being harassed, being threatened, people that they look up to being murdered, all because they just don't agree with, honestly, the nonsense that is spewing from the other side. And no matter where they go or what they consume in entertainment, it's just going to be in your face, especially with cable TV. I've given up cable years and years ago, and I'm glad I did, because there's nothing on that garbage I want to watch anyway, and I'm not going to pay over $200 a month to watch nothing but ads and liberal bullshit. I'd rather take that money and buy YouTube and Netflix and all this other stuff where I don't have to so much watch all of that. I can pick my content. And I think we need to start doing what our leftist brothers and sisters are doing and start boycotting. Listen, guys, you don't have to watch sports on ESPN. Netflix offers it, Hulu offers it, Prime offers it. Everyone offers an NFL package nowadays, so you're not locked into Disney. If you're that upset, if you really want to speak out to the media, you gotta stop consuming all of their media. Because look at one little threat what Disney Plus did. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for today's reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as I did. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and drop a comment below with your thoughts. What do you think of the video? Do you agree with my reactions, or did I miss something? I'd love to know. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a reaction. Bye, guys.